So, what's it like living on a fest street?
We kind of wanted to live here for that reason. We always wanted to throw a fest, so it's 5 seniors that live here. And this was our prime location. And I don't know, everybody thinks it's probably like Mill Street, but it's not. There's not as many parties that go on. It's more quiet. So that was kind of nice. You get the party scene, but at the same time, it's low key.
So, how much planning did go into the fest?
Yeah.
Activities?
We really didn't put too much planning into it. I think the day before we got beer, and that was like all we did for it. We put all of our beer in like this little kiddie pool so it'd stay cold and we didn't have to have people go in our house. So we probably put an hour or 2 hours into planning. We just really did not care at all. So,
do you think that's kind of normal, or do you think that was kind of the exception?
I know most of like the houses around here got upwards of like 10 to 20 cases of beer, where we only got like 8. So we just did not care at all. I think we were in a little different spot where we just like everybody, it was BYOB for everybody, but if people wanted to drink Natty Light, then they could drink Natty Light if they wanted to. So I think you're a little different compared to other houses, but.
So on the day of the fest, did you see like every house, at least in this little like block from the bottom of the hill to the stop sign, like have a party, or was it kind of here, there?
It was in the morning, so usually people think that fest started around like 8, 9 o'clock. We were out here probably around 9, and we were like the only ones drinking. So when it got to be like 10, 11, everybody had like a party going on, whether it was like a few people or just like a huge crowd. Like across the street, like they blocked off their entire driveway for a party, and it's like that wasn't us, but yeah, it's crazy.
Because this is the one Saturday fest that has like a bigger street, because Mill's kind of concentrated and Palmer's so short and concentrated, and this is kind of more spread out, and you have the hill to deal with. So how do you think that compares from High Fest to Mill and Palmer?
I think High is definitely one of the streets where you have to know people, because while it is a bigger street, you do have more options, but I think it's more so tamed than it is Mill's Fest. Like
there's also not a lot of yard space.
There is not a ton of yard space. What we did is we backed out all our cars and we used our driveway as like where everybody would stand, because like this is a pretty big slope and like people stood here, which was nice. But I think compared to Mill and Palmer, it's way more like nobody really gives it. Am I allowed to cuss shit? Like nobody really gives a shit about it. So.
And then you said.
I don't know.
So, you said there's 5 seniors that live here. And, so did you, and you said it's kind of like a fest where you get to know somebody.
Yeah.
So do you think that helped because you have so many people that know, you have 5 people that know a bunch of people from so many different organizations that are kind of all coming here, and you just get a text like, hey, can I come to your house and party? We
each knew a good amount of people, and almost everybody in our house has like a campus job or a job on like Court Street or like wherever it may be. So a lot of like Brennan's, for example, a lot of people that worked at Brennan's came here, and Jimmy John's, and so I think we had a lot of, our party was definitely bigger and it got shut down quicker because of the amount of people we had here.
What time did it get shut down?
Oh gosh, I think a little before 2, and I think parties were still going on at 4. So that was kind of rough, and the cops said we're not allowed to have anybody on our porch, nobody's allowed here to drink anymore, and so our shutdown was we couldn't even start back up that early. So yeah.
And do landlords, do cops prepare you in any way for like pre-fest, before procedures on how to do stuff the correct way, and how, when you get shut down, what to do?
Yeah. As far as getting shut down, they didn't really prepare us. That was kind of hey, you have to have a little bit of common sense type thing. But before the fest, I think almost every house was given a flyer of steps to do, the rules of fests, by the police. So our landlord, she only sent us an email and was hey, good luck, hope you have a good time, but be safe. So that's all we got from our landlord. So I think the cops had a little bit more to say in that fact. So.
And how, like you said, you barely prepared for it, but when you know going into something that you have, to do this, this, and this. You know, how does that kind of like change the way you would approach a party while you're also trying to have a good time, but you're also trying to make sure that no one's going to get in trouble and it's not on like your watch?
Yeah. I think the 5 of us, so like myself and my roommates, kind of just like looked out for our own people a little bit, and just while the party was going on, we were like picking up trash and stuff like that because we didn't really want to get shut down too early. But being seniors, we kind of knew like the rules of like, oh, you can't have an open container on the sidewalk or stuff like that. So if we saw somebody like trying to mosey on over, like we'd just pull them back and be like, hey, just like leave your drink here. As far as like trying to maintain the house, we decided as like roommates that we were gonna lock the doors, and like if they need to use the restroom, it's the only people we knew. So I guess, I don't know, trying to prepare was easier than expected, I guess. So
I think that's it.